I left Macomb, Mississippi this morning about 5:45 in the a.m. Early enough there's still a sheet of water on my car when I walked out of the hotel. And I started making my way back home to Houston, Texas. And I was coming down that I-12 coming in through Baton Rouge about, I'd say probably about 7:15. And I was feeling kind of drowsy. And I thought, I know what I'll do. Right before I go over that Shafalai Bridge, I'll pull into a gas station and get me some of that community coffee. That community coffee is real popular in Louisiana. And I ain't one for the taste. I'll be honest, the stuff, if it's mixed right, tastes a little bit like kerosene. But boy, to get your motor running, you can put some miles down on the highway after a cup of that community coffee. Keep you awake all the way to California if you want. Right as I was coming down on that I-12 before you get on the I-10 to head west, there was a fella driving what looked like a 2000 model GMC half-ton pickup. And behind that truck, he had another pickup truck hooked to it. And then behind that truck, there was a third pickup truck, what looked like a Ford Ranger, that was on a tow dolly. I was easing down that left lane to go around him, and as I was coming up on him, that Ford Ranger on that tow dolly started kind of weaving back and forth a little bit and got off. It was sharing my lane, against my wishes. Enough that I had to get in the shoulder a little bit to get around him. Right about the time I got around him, that dolly started whipping real hard. Like a dog trying to get something tied from his tail. And that dolly started going back and forth and back and forth. And all of a sudden it broke free from them other two pickups. And that little Ford Ranger and that dolly went way over to the left side of the highway, almost to the median. And right before it got to the median, it took a hard right just out of nowhere and shot back across the freeway and slammed into the right side of that median. And when it hit that median, it went boom, and that thing flopped up in the air, and that Ranger flipped up in there, and then parts went everywhere, dust scattering. And after that, I didn't need no community coffee. I'm about as awake as you can be right now. And I'm damn near to Lafayette, and I think I can still smell the mess that fella made in his britches.